even though it looks pretty grim right now, somewhere somebody's going to have a heart enough that could help us, and we can get back in our home.
You might remember Sue Cassinger, her family's home damaged by the May floods, and her plea for help really pulling at our hearts.
Well, her family did get some help, and they are finally on their way to moving back home. 2 Works For You problem solver Erin Conrad brings us their emotional return you're going to see only on 2.
And I walked in and seen these cabinets, and I just lost it. It was just something you never imagined. And then when the living room started going together, it was just like a dream. And each little improvement, we just praised it.
Sue Cassinger and her son Charles are still pinching themselves after spending more than a year wondering if they would ever be able to come home.
To me, you never know what you have lost until you have lost everything. And then to get to see it before your eyes, to be building back and getting to that final step and that final process. We had a major flood.
Last time we were here in Weber's Falls, this floor didn't exist. The walls were rotting halfway up, and half the kitchen was in shambles.
They tore out all the bottom cabinets.
The Cassingers were turned down by FEMA 11 times. They received small donations here and there to help fix little things, but it wasn't until the Muskogee County Disaster Recovery Committee got involved that their nightmare finally started turning around.
My hat's off to the emergency management team. I mean, they are super people. A lot of people don't realize, hey, what does emergency management do? Hey, they go far and beyond the call of their duty.
Cassinger still has some repairs to make and furniture to replace, but the progress is a far cry from what it was. Mary Hicks, their case manager, says the recovery was already a long road before the pandemic. When COVID hit, things slowed down even more and raised the cost of rebuilding. The Disaster Recovery Committee only about 1/3 of the way through their list of flood victims still in need of help.
There's one just right across the street here. He's got to tear it down. I mean, it's a nice brick home. There's 3 more trailers just right across the road here.
Weber's Falls, not much different than it was a year ago. A stark reminder of a crisis that still isn't over. The Cassingers counting their blessings and finally planning a holiday back in their own home.
Oh, man, I tell you what, my oldest son, he says, Mama, you better have them hot rolls and them noodles on that table. I said, they will be.
Muskogee County Disaster Recovery continues to help flood victims in Muskogee, Wagner, and Cherokee counties. If you'd like to donate to them so they can continue to help families like the Cassingers, we've provided a link inside this story on our website, kjrh.com. Erin Conrad, 2 Works For You.